Hi, I'm Sandy Schroeck for LVR Educates, and today we want to introduce to you a new shape in vases. So what I'm looking at right now is an oval vase, and this is one that comes in the frosted pattern. And you can see how here, creating a design, you're able to increase your value perception by placing those flowers kind of diagonally and elongating those designs. So it's a great way to be able to kind of come in and do that new style that we see in the crescent style, elongate it a little bit more and go from there. So let's take a look at creating this design. All right, to start off with, we're going to use the stem grid pattern. So some of our base value foliage, we're gonna come in doing that crossing stem. So we come in one side and then come in the other side, and we're forming those X's within the design to be able to create that stem grid. And so I'm just gonna have a couple pieces of the salal to come in as a base. And you saw I went back and forth. Then we're gonna come in and with some of our side placements. So if you just kind of hold your stem over your vase and then you pinch, you can determine the length so that you come in and that stem is going all the way across the vase down into the side of that vase. And then you're able to continue to get those placements. From there, I'm gonna come back and go to the other side just with one of the other stock. So we come in and this kind of creates that framing effect. And coming in, I've got some of the premium spray roses. And you can see that adding the spray roses in gives me multiple heads for that customer. And so here with 2 stems, I kind of get a half dozen rose heads on here with 3 beautiful stems on each side. And you can see how those go in really easy and come in. So our focal in the center is going to be one of these Kremen disc buds, and this is the Lynette variety. Has a little bit of peach tones, but also some of that pink lavender in. So to start off with, we're just gonna come in. You can see those go right down into the focal area, and with a few stems, you're really able to make a great impact. And so you can see that that's 7 stems. It could be a great design that comes in. You could stay kind of more of a monochromatic color tone here. This is a Creole carnation. You could see how that would pull in those colors too, but we're gonna go over and add some contrasting colors to be able to liven this up a little bit more. And as we're looking into that Lynette Kremen, you see those purple tones in there, and I've got a Hypnosis carnation that I'm just popping a little bit and just gonna use that in down for some basing and come in. You can see how that adds that contrasting color and adds a lot of value to. The Creole carnation would have kind of disappeared, but then just adding a little bit of wax flower to come in as a filler a little bit and accent our lines. So then I just have a couple of the dianthus just to add a little bit more of a contrasting element to come in. You see how that pops in there and creates a little bit different contrast to the carnations, a little bit more visual interest and a different textural element that comes in. So you can see how that just comes together. These are basic flowers that are kind of used in a little bit different patterns, and so that elevates your design. And then also just utilizing a different shape vase than you normally would see will also create a composition that your customers will enjoy. And we're just adding a little bit of a novelty foliage. This is some of the willow yew to add another textural contrast. So you can see how all of those textures and colors work together in unity. And with the frosted vase, you're not able to see any kind of little crumbs down at the bottom of the vase from any foliages and stuff, but you can see how this in a round container would take up a lot less space, but just coming into this diagonal container. And lastly, you saw that I went in with my fingers and did a pop, and you saw how that grew. I would recommend that for all your vases. As you're putting materials in, you kind of compact it down, come in with your fingers and do a pop. At the end, you might need to do a little bit of adjustment on your florals, but you can really help to expand those designs. So I'm Sandy Schroeck, and I hope I inspired you to create some fabulous florals.